Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. Give a few moments to get everybody into the channel. Hope we're all having a good weekend. We are. Hello, Mr. Roman. Got your stuff ready to go. Your package is the first one to go out tomorrow morning with along with all of my whatever sales happen today. We are going vintage today, guys. Only vintage, no modern at all, really. I'll do a modern sale next Sunday. I know I typically do Friday nights at 6 p.m., but because of my musical conducting schedule for this week and next week, that is not possible. So we will be doing vintage today, and then next week we'll do modern. I did get some stuff in. You can check my videos this week. I did get some modern stuff in for those that are interested in both. And we'll do a modern sale next Sunday as well. Not exactly, or it might actually be Saturday. I'm trying to look at my schedule and find a good time for me to do it. So just check my. I'll probably make that setup on the schedule the show probably sometime today, so you can look at it and bookmark it. All right. I'm gonna just do a little. I'll do a little scan of what we're looking at today. You'll see we are pretty much all complete figures. I mean, there's some droids in there that are all automatically complete, but we're doing all complete figures today. There's some doubles, a couple of Rebel soldiers, a couple of Han Hoths, okay, a couple of FX7 droids, but a lot of individuals too. You can see got one carded. We're gonna do another Weequay. Some incomplete creatures. We got that Empire Strikes Back collector case that has the insert. We have a Vader case without an insert. This is just a big pile of junk that I'll run as one item. Got a Jabba, who's shy right now. Turn around, Jabba. Okay. A couple of my card backs. If you're new to the channel, I do these card back things. These are essentially the entire mini versions of them. A couple of Star Wars runs. A run of the complete Jedi, including repacks. A full set of first release. And a run of the Empire. And a run of the complete Power of the Force. I also have my color card backs. A couple little items here, a couple of micro items I'll run separately. This one I found in my pile of junk. This is like a stamp. It's a Return of the Jedi rubber stamp. And this is an interesting one. Like a Hoth. I think it's a Rebel. I believe it is a Rebel insignia, but it could be wrong. It could be Imperial. So it's got like a Velcro thing you put on the back. I don't know, I found that. I was like, what the heck? And I got some 12-inch figures, including a few custom things that I'd like to run. Okay, so we'll get to all that in a moment. We're going to start with good old Ben Kenobi here. Let's make sure I plug in, make sure my power is. Got a couple of giveaways. If you haven't already done so, guys, I'm sure a lot of you have, but check out my Hey Fight in Vegas. Hey Mike, just commented on your awesome find that you got for $25. That's fantastic. Twin Sons, welcome. Years ago, welcome. And guys, check out my channel, YouTube channel. Just we it's kind of tied in with what we do here, so it's just kind of a nice thing that kind of it's all synergistic, if you will. I try to get these items. I'll get these things all packed up. Oh, hold on a second. I need to do this first. I need to go back. Let me do this. This open shop. All right. And guys, let's go. All right. That's okay. So we'll start with Ben. This is full disclosure. This is a complete Ben. This is his saber with the tip, although the tip is frail. All right, I'm going to keep him in his container here just to keep him safe. Good cape. It's a really good figure, guys. If you need any other information there. Hong Kong. Comes with the clamshell case with my little custom car backs. Those people have been around. A lot of people know that I do this. Kind of my little shtick. Okay, we're going to start at $1. I do 10-second auctions with 5-second counter bid, and these will start for $1. And there we go. Do I have any more? Where's my stickers? There it is. One thing I didn't get done today. A few more here to go. And probably a little bit shorter show, guys. I don't know if I'm doing. All right, good grab. Thank you. T-shirt. I don't know if I'm going to get to 100 today. Probably a little less. So I do have 4 giveaways. I'm just gonna do some. Here's a Snaggletooth complete. There's a good arms, good paint. Okay, and it comes with his blaster. All right. And unfortunately, he's not got the right clamshell. I just noticed I had him in the wrong clamshell. So while I'm running this, I will get you guys the right clamshell for that. Clamshell mini car back on. All right. Let's fill in one here. Let's try to find you the right one. This is all Empire now. Okay, pretty good. Thank you, Jax. All right, just give me 1 second here. I don't know why I don't have a Snaggletooth in there. Okay, I'll get you one, guys. I'll have to work on it while we're doing other stuff here. It's 2. Okay, well, we put on a nice R5D4, nice clean. Check out the sticker. A little fading, but pretty good. Now, full disclosure, no click. All right, you'll either have to repair it or just put it on display without the click. All right, but it does come with his little car back, clamshell, nice display piece there. And we're running. Find that one. No, where did you bring it? Come on, do this. There's a Snaggletooth one. There we go. All right, TK. Good grab on that one. All right. Let's go with a Luke. This is a complete Luke. Better, less fading. You can see a tiny bit of yellowing. Okay, as is common with these. Does include a no tip saber. Okay. Put a good figure. Decent paint on the head. Trying to. Part of the problem is my eyesight is not good, so I'm trying to like focus it on here. Hong Kong. Okay, number 4. And we're running. Have to double check to make sure that we're running. Hello, dreaming away the day. This is number 4. All right. I'll do about. I think I'm trying to do it. While I'm letting this thing run. All right, good. Good grab for that one. Thank you for that purchase. Okay, let's do another astromech. How about R2? A little bit more. Again, no click on the head. Okay, but decent paint. Overall, just a good displayable figure. Again, that comes with a nice car back. Number 5. All right. Hello, Caitlin. Welcome. Again, the top spender of the day gets the Chewbacca of the Week award or Chewbacca of the Show award. Compliments of, or I should say, the courtesy of the great Star Wars daddy. Check him out if you haven't already done so. on YouTube and eBay. Have a good one, Mike. Thanks for popping in quick. All right, Glacier. Got that one. Good grab. All right, moving on. Let's put his counterpart up there. This is the C3PO. This is the removable limbs C3PO. Decent limbs for being removable. They stay on pretty well. And yes, he comes with his little thing, which is the highly sought after one, so bid accordingly. Starting at $1. A little bit of loose limbness with him, but different because of the removable limbs feature. It's just not the same. It holds up together pretty well. Number 6. Yeah, we'll do a giveaway at 20. Wintergreen. All right. Good grab. Thank you for that. We got Lando. Non-smiling Lando. Hong Kong, right? Yep. Good cape. Does include his blaster. Okay. Keep in mind, I might run a few. There's a chance I might run some accessories. Ooh, guys, let me get some better light. I don't always notice it until the first few sales. The lighting is not so good. Give you a little bit. There we go. A little bit better. All right, and we're running at everything starting at $1. Number 7, going. Yeah, I guess we'll go run. Oh, this is running here. 8, 9. 45, 56, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3. 75 or so. All right. Thank you for that. Yeah, about 75 today. Right. Get a little bit less. Oh, actually, I forgot about maybe closer to 80, 85. Maybe we'll get close to 100. All right, guys. Heads up. Original skirt. A little bit of tear. Not tear, but, the normal pull and bend that happens when you have these with the skirt. Good color. Very little fading. And yes, it comes with this blaster, the pretty common one. And we'll put them in the clamshell case. I usually ship them in the clamshell cases, guys. I feel like the clamshell also serves as a good protector for it. Sometimes I'll wrap them up if they're a very, very delicate figure, or if they're in with a lot of other things. Oh, thank you, Aspen. You unlocked bronze Tashi Station. Make sure you check the crown at the top. Go for your yeah, guys. Skirt's worth what the figure's worth, probably. What people won't mainly pay for the figure. Thank you for that purchase. All right. And let's move on with a Power Droid. Long V, I believe. Good sticker. He clicks. Comes with the antenna. And he has to be displayed sideways in the whoops. There we go. All right, number 9. Do 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 do. Hope you guys have been able to stay. All right, good grab on that. Hope we've been able to stay out of any more snow. It's been a bit of a challenge up here in the Northeast, but we're doing okay. Biker Scout, Good paint. A little bit of rub and wear on the shoulder pads. He comes with the blaster, even a little tiny Ziploc. And of course, the Return of the Jedi card back. For those new to this, if you've never been in my show, I put up I make those myself. I can't take full credit. I always like to give credit to the collectible on Whatnot. He was doing kind of custom versions of those. In fact, if you look in the back there, you can see a 9 and a Leia there, Prince Leia. He did custom versions, which I liked, but it gave me the idea that I kind of like just doing regular versions of the cards, so just miniaturized versions of them. So, and that was always it's been very popular. People have been asking me to run sets. I will run some sets today. All right, we're about 10 away from Wintergreen. Welcome back, and thank you for that purchase. We are about 10 away from a all right, guys, here we go. B-Wing Fighter, tight limb, good paint. Okay. And unlike most of the time I have B-Wings, this one does indeed come with the correct blaster and a little tiny baggie and the card. Yeah, so I try to do something a little different to kind of stand out from just running figures by themselves. I do occasionally, if you're new to this, I often will run loose figures without accessories. Sometimes I'll do like a Chewie and a Han, or I'll try to do like grouping of 2 or 3 loose figures without accessories. I have a lot of those, but today I just wanted to run accessory. Now I will tell you this: I have dipped deeply into my fully accessorized figures today. So when this is done, I am going to need to try to acquire. I have a few orders of some accessories and figures coming in that I'll be able to replenish some of this. All right, Jack. Thank you for that. All right, let's do a less fun, but you can see a little bit of fading on the gold trim, which is normal on the jacket, okay, especially in the center. A little bit better on the bottom. And he does come with, he's holding his blaster. Got him in here with his clamshell case. There he is. Starting at $1. Welcome to people just joining us. I generally do my shows Friday nights, guys, at 6 p.m. But as of late, because I conduct the high school musical at my school, it's been taking up my time. So that's why we're doing it on Sunday today, and we'll be doing it over the weekend next week. Maybe I was thinking Sunday, but I might actually do it on Saturday morning, just because I have a little more time for that. All right, Cold School. Welcome back, and thank you for that purchase. All right. Again, guys, we're going to cut, if you missed one and you wanted one, keep in mind, there's a couple of these figures. I have a couple of Dengars. I have a couple of Rebel Hoth Troopers that I'll be running. Okay, so if you didn't get it right now, keep checking. All right. We'll mix it up in a little bit. I'll jump around to some other stuff and then go back to it. Dengar comes with this nifty clamshell case. Again, if you're a frequent buyer, make sure you check the crown at the top for any coupons. When we get to 20, we'll do a giveaway. Panther. Thank you for that purchase. Panther is a past Tuba of the week winner. Okay, we got a Hoth Han. A little bit of a darker paint, but nice. Trying to get that to focus there. Sorry for the shake there. Huh? And yes, it comes with the blaster, with the blue. There he is. All right, get it back on there. I need to remember to like focus that camera more forward. All right, 14's running. We'll run. Let's run something different now. After this. Thank you for bidding appropriately for the blasters, guys. I know that those are often the sought after. Thank you, Panther. Again. All right. So I don't know if anyone's interested in this, but I'll run it. We got a 12-inch Chewy. Sorry for him. I have to tilt my camera a little bit here. Let me do that. There we go. He comes with a partial gun. Okay, it's partially there. It is missing the wide piece. Okay, but I'll include that in it. And he doesn't have his bandolier, but he does have a partial box too. He's missing the top, but it's a pretty nice displayable piece. So I'm going to put him right back in here just so I can get him into the, and I'll put this right on top of there. So, all right, we're going to start him at $10. I can get him to like stick. Dude, you're embarrassing me. All right, man, I'm going to need your help here. There we go. All right, we'll start him. I do guarantee that the weapons are real, meaning that I did my best to assess that they're real. If they're not, please reach out to me and I will either replace. I know it's a little bit weird. Start this at 10. Okay, I'm running. It's a little bit weird with a whatnot because you can do your you can do a just work through whatnot to get a refund if that happens. And I've kind of had one or two, only a few situations where that has happened. It kind of bothers me. I'd like to try to correct the situation myself first, but it doesn't seem to allow me to do that. So if you're not satisfied, you let whatnot know, but also let me know, and I'll try to make it right. On my end, I feel like, all right, $20, good grab for a 12-inch figure. I mean, even a box alone is good. All right, cool. All right, let's go back to some smaller ones. Since we had a big Chewbacca, why don't we put out a little Chewbacca? Okay, pretty good paint. There you go. Made in, wish I can keep bumping it, Taiwan. The Taiwan Chewy does include his bowcaster. This is complete, unlike the other one. Okay, let's back him up a bit. All right, tilt back a little. Okay, back to small. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to reset this. Okay. All right. All right, Wintergreen, thank you for that purchase. Excellent grab. Okay, how about again? I love this droid, FX7. Now I will say that his one leg does tend to be a little bit. Oh, you'll unlock Hoth Rebel Base there, Wintergreen. Make sure you take advantage. His head. Oh, I guess it doesn't stay. Oh no, it does stay up. Okay, so. Oh, I'm just noticing. Is that part of that, or is that? Oh, you know what? Ooh, I just realized somebody carved their name into that. That's wrong. All right, hang on. That guy. I'll replace him with another one. That's sad. Like ink. Now I will say this: these guys are always a little bit hard with the heads. All right, but and those are the things. But he's a decent figure with good paint. Okay, so I'll include him with the car back. Hey, you know what? We'll make two. Make it two. we'll put them both in there, both in the auction. Here we go. 2 figures, 2 droids. Put them in your droid factories. All right, and we'll start them both for $1. That's number 16. Yeah, it's weird. Some of these I set up about 5 or 6 months ago. I swear to you, though, my goal was to get the FX7 only gets a clamshell treatment if the head worked, if the neck would stay up. But they both seem to be a little hit or miss, and I didn't even notice. Yeah, $11 for 2 droids, man. Mr. Roman, can't beat that. All right, and let's go on with a Vader. Now this is a Vader that does have a saber, but it's a no tip saber. Okay, so you see that, but he's got the cape, nice clean cape. And look at the back here. I always mess up the direction there. Hong Kong. Okay, trying to do better, like showing that on each auction, at least for the carded complete figures. There we go. Number 17. Running. Hall of Fame is winning. Star Wars fan, Florida Man. Welcome back to the channel, Florida Man. If you guys have not checked out Florida Man Show, check out Florida Man Show. He is epic. He does amazing shows. He does game format stuff, all sorts of cool stuff. I just got your package, Florida Man, in the mail. I can't wait to unbox it. Cloudy Sci-Fi. Thank you for your purchase. That's awesome, and congrats on the first purchase. I hope you'll be here for a while. I'd love to have you make more purchases and take advantage of the coupons that come up after you make purchases. Oh, okay, we got a Bosk. Okay, not a bad one. Okay, clean back, really tight limbs. Comes with his, semi-common blaster. But good. Put him in the clamshell. Put him with a nice little car back. I will tell you, some of my car backs, guys, are rounded. Okay, and then I switched over to just making them squared off, mainly because can't lose on Vader. Stormtroopers. I do not have any Stormtroopers today. I will have some in future episodes. I just don't have any today. My apologies. I have an AT-AT driver, and it's coming up. And do I have a TIE Pilot? TIE Pilot? I don't know if I even have a TIE Pilot today. Yeah. That's number 18. Oh, good grab, man. Florida Man, you got that. I'm sure you'll put that out on your show, and I will win it back. The thing that's been happening now among us whatnotters, or what nitwits, or whatever we want to call ourselves. Okay, there's an Imperial off commander. Okay, and comes with his blaster. For one card back, I kind of did the math, and I will say this: as I run them in a set, the sets seem to run. They're kind of running, honestly, the gambit. They run like between. Somebody got one set for $4, which was rare, and someone paid upwards to like $80 for a set, which I think is rare on the other end. So I've been kind of pricing them around $40, and and when you average them all together, so I pretty much individually cards. I price them like about $2 a set, $2 a card, $2 a card. So if you're interested in something like that, I don't know if I want to start running the cards individually. That might be a little weird. Maybe message me. All right, good. Thank you, Jack Burton. And maybe we can work something out. So we just did that with one buyer, one who's bought from me before. Either that, or if you win something else and you message me, I'll try to include it in the auction. Just we can work out something like that, or just leave me a $2 tip or something like that. We can just do it that way. Zuckus /4LOM got a little mark there. I don't like rubbing this because I'm afraid of scratching the thing, so it might be permanent. It does come with the blaster though, along with his chest piece and his robe, of course, and the clamshell and the card back. Oh, I appreciate that. All right. Okay. So now, so you gave me a tip. Now, I might want you to just shoot me a message that you did that and to remind me, and I will get you some. If you don't buy anything, if you do buy something here, just remind me and I'll add it to it. If you don't buy anything, then just shoot me a message and maybe your address, and I'll get it in the mail to you. Since it's just one card, I'll just send it in an envelope. All right. We got another Bestman guard here. I like how, I don't know why, but my Bestman guards are kind of holding. This guy's got a little bit of fading on his rim. Oh, we are just, after this one, we'll do a giveaway. In fact, let me just throw the giveaway up. Just people can start entering. This is a follower giveaway. All right. And he comes in his clamshell, card back. Build your Bespin army. And this is number 21. Starting. Star Wars fan, Buxton. People jumping in. Okay. All right. TK, good grab. All right. And all right, so our first little hodgepodge. This is our giveaway. We're gonna do it's kind of a beater. Beater. This is really just for display, guys, or for parts. Okay. It's a beater speeder bike, but I'm also gonna throw in there. Let me back this up a little bit. A couple of my custom made catalog magnets. I got this 5 of them. These are all just magnets that look like the old catalogs. And I'll just throw in a loose Vader figure to go with that, okay? So we'll run that for another 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're drawing. And our winner today for the first giveaway is Fightin' Vegas. All right. As I always say, it's a follower giveaway, but I will say I very much appreciate it when a winner is also someone who has purchased from me in the past, whether it's in this show or not. So thank you, Fightin' Vegas. I appreciate that. Your purchases in the past, and congrats on that win. All right, let's keep going, guys. How about, I don't know if anything interested in this. I'm going to run this for $1, okay? This is kind of a messed up Leia, 12-inch Leia. She's been through some stuff, man. And I put her in this. I don't know if this is a Endor outfit from like a 12-inch figure from the from the collector series. I don't think so. I think it's maybe just a custom one that I found somewhere. But you might know better than me. All right, but the Leia itself is from the 78 12-inch release. I'm gonna just run it at $1. See if anybody's interested. I understand if you're not. She looks like she's been through some stuff. Any Wampas? Oh, I don't have any Wampas today. Sorry. I am in search of, guys. I need to I've been trying to go on Marketplace to try to find some collections. Oh, did this run? Oh, there we go. Ah, there it is. Okay. So this is number, maybe. Oh, unless no one's really interested, which I totally get if you're not. Okay. Sorry, Leia. You got to go back in the box. How about something else interesting? This is a singular. This is like one of the. Oh, I have 2 micro collection individual figures left. Most of them have been assigned to sets. I don't have any sets I'm running today, but this is an individual one, and we'll start them at $1. It's pretty good paint. A little bit of rub on the Oh, I don't know, a little bit of rub on the helmet above those marks, but so he's right there, very little. But I'll run him for $1 if anybody's interested. I don't know if anybody wants to build their Stormtrooper micro army. Yeah, Cold School's interested. I need to put this in a baggie because I'm afraid I'm gonna. All right, Cold School, not bad. Took it for $3. Now, I have another one here that I'm curious about. This is actually a little bit more of a rarer one. Not too rare, but a little. Because it's the one that comes with the TIE Fighter. I always see the TIE Fighter, the micro TIE Fighter, but I never see the TIE Fighter pilot. So he kind of looks like he's in a weird position. Definitely not a figure supposed to stand by himself. But it's a good condition. I'll run him for $1 if anybody's interested. That's the only other micro figure I have for today. Florida Man! Go back to some figures in a second, guys. Thanks for your. Oh, I should just leave it on this thing. All right, Florida Man, you got it for $5. Good. All right. Let's do some more figs here, shall we? We just grab a pile here and get them back. Like as I said, there'll be some repeats. I've marked all the ones that are sold. There's no chance for confusion. All right, we got a Luke. Hoth Luke does include one of those backpacks that came in the survival kit. All right. Good paint. A little more white, although a little bit of dinge on the leg there. I will say that. Hong Kong comes with his rifle and the clamshell case and the custom card back. Speaking of that, I'll run a. You're welcome, Florida Man. I will run a card back in a second. I'm gonna get a few of those out. All right. Thank you, Nathan, for that person. All right. So we now have a pretty common figure, Weequay. A little bit of paint on his knuckle, and a little bit on the back there. Okay, but not bad. Good solid figure, good limbs. Includes the Vibro axe. Put them on your Jabba display there. And we'll run. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, Florida Man, good grab. Good time for $8. Okay, another common one. We got a Hoth Trooper. Kind of have good solid figure, tight limbs. Comes with the blaster. Common figure, semi-common blaster. All right. If you wanted to know which version, looks like I can't get that in there. Hong Kong. Let's turn him a little bit. There we go. All right. Let's run this. Oh, man, Solo Man. You're great. Or Solomon. I thought your name was Solo Man, like Han Solo. And then I saw that your name is Solomon. So, congrats on that grab, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. I do my best, guys, to give everybody, good packaging and stuff to make sure everything gets where it needs to get safely. All right, wintergreen. Thank you for that. Let's see if this FX7 is a little better. Oh, yes, it is. Now, I will say paint, not so paint on the arm is a little dingy, but the legs are good. The meaning the little things are locked in good. You can see the head is good. So I think that's a solid figure. He gets his clamshell treatment. I don't know. It's so funny that how did Darth Tuba 77 join? I'm here. Why did I just join? That's odd. Well, as long as Darth Tuba 77 doesn't bid. Florida man. Okay, wintergreen. Good grab. Thank you for that. All right. How about, okay, we're going to run our first set of cards. If you are new to this, I make these up. These are essentially mini versions of all the original Star Wars carded releases, okay? Front and back, the correct back versions for the card is about 21 of them here, okay? They fit nicely into these clamshell cases, which I get from Collecting Warehouse. You can also get them on Amazon, okay? Which I'll run Han again in a second. But right now, I'm just running a set of the cards, okay? Running. Yeah, these are not too expensive to make, guys. They do take up time. That's why I don't even have a full set anymore. Like I can't run. I only was able to get one of everything printed. Some of them I have multiple. I have a couple of Star Wars ones because there's been a lot of interest in these. So if you don't win today on this, if you don't win this set, anybody's bidding, I will run an extra set later. Actually, I'm going to run 3 sets separate of the Star Wars one. Thank you, Cloudy Sci-Fi. But let's run that Han. Same idea. Similar to the last one. A little bit of scuff in the boots. Okay, and where is he? There he is. Made in, yeah, Hong Kong. And there's his blaster. I keep forgetting. I need to go through my own personal collection and do some checking on my own accessories. Do 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 do. Dum, 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 dum. All right, good grab for that. Thank you for that, Mr. Florida Man. Again, folks, check out his channels. Make sure you give him a follow. Florida Man does so many fun activities on his show. It's really, really cool. Another Chewy. Slight paint rub there on the bandolier area, but no, overall pretty good. It looks like Taiwan, right? Sorry for the shakes. And there's your blaster, or bowcaster, I should say. Number 31. Oh, I'm gonna open this thing up. All right, good. Florida man taking it home today. All right. Do another Bestman guard. Part of this is just so I can clean out some of my inventory. Now that's a much better gold there. A little fade, but better than the last one I did. And better on the helmet. And of course, the blaster. I know in many cases you'll probably be bidding on the blaster. Oh, dude, what are you doing? Sorry, he was being difficult. Yes, Beantown Boy. I also recommend Ultimate DJ. He's also a wonderful seller. But I will say that Florida Man tends to be a little bit more. Florida Man tends to be a little more PG, and Ultimate DJ is, I will say, is not. All right, and Wintergreen took that one. You might have heard a little sound in the background. That's because I was trying to make sure the battery worked on a certain item that I'm going to run next. It doesn't have the red, the coveted red cap, but this is the Imperial Troop Transporter. And I will say, I've gotten all these working. Okay, so all the sounds work. They don't always align to the same button. That's always a bit of a challenge to get these things to work. Okay, but it does work, and it does include the guns. It does include the radar, and it does include 2 of the headpieces, but without the labels. Okay, and the cap. The only other thing it's missing is the cap. So it's a good piece. I'm gonna run it for $10. I paid more than that for it. Yeah, and that's why you'll see when we do my junk auction, a lot of it is I bought a bunch of pieces of Imperial Troop Transport parts, and I kind of cannibalized them to make complete ones as best as I could. But the other parts might still be interesting for people if they want to make some customization or use it more, other parts for others. Fighting Vegas, good grab. All right, let's get that here. All right, take the battery out so it doesn't. Now I may have some other ones I can run if you're interested. I don't know if they're all, in fact, working. I think some of them were more problematic than others, but we'll give them a shot here. All right, keep it going here. As I said, I got a couple of repeats, guys. Okay, so if you didn't get one of these and you're interested, here's another Hoth Trooper. Okay. Hong Kong, right? Where's it? Hong Kong. I can't read. My eyesight is horrible. Jeez. I cannot see that. Yeah, Hong Kong. Thanks. And the blaster, of course. Okay. The clamshell and the card back. And these are dollar starts, guys, so chin guns for the AT-AT. Oh, no, I do not. None that are just the chin guns. I have the chin guns on my own personal AT-AT, and I have the chin guns on the AT-AT that I won from Florida Man on his show. He does amazing giveaways, guys. I have to start looking into maybe trying to find some higher end items to do for giveaways. This is number 28. Wintergreen. All right. Good grab. Thank you. All right, and let's do another Chewy. Sometimes I like to run two, but I'm gonna still. I think Chewy is a great figure on its own. 1977, Hong Kong, and of course there's the bowcaster. Comes with his Star Wars card back. I think Chewie might have been the first. Might have been the first thing. My brother and I each got like two. I think he got Chewie and Vader, and I got Luke and R2. I think. I think so. Yeah, these are not the same. They're. I marked them. I literally put a sticker on each one so as to not confuse them. Snuffy friend. All right, TK, thank you for that. All right, let's take a look at this guy. How about do the butt check here? All right, so a little bit of wear there. Okay, not too bad, but a little bit. But overall, good emblems, good AT-AT driver. Comes with the good rifle, clamshell case, and card back. Starting at $1. Guess another 5 or 6. We'll do another giveaway. This is number 34. All right, good grab. $13. All right, so we have a couple. We have two. We have one good decent saddle, although it is ripped a little bit and doesn't have his reins. And I will tell you, it's got the standard issue of kind of falling to the side there. So you might have to do some repair on that. So I'll include another one. Again, different. This is the open belly. That one's closed belly. This one's open belly, but this one stands better. So I'll include two tauntauns. They'll go a little bit more on these. We're gonna start them at $4 for the two. Build your Hoth diorama. All right. Gray Deer, thank you for your first purchase. We appreciate that. All right. And then let's throw out here. This is just a naked in the wild dewback. Legs are a little loose. Neck works fine. With no saddle, no rein. Just put them out there in the wild. Starting at $4. Wilshire, welcome back. Took it for $6, man. Easy peasy. All right. About let's repeat. Let's do a repeat one. Let's do another Dengar. Okay. With the blaster. You got the power converters, Cloudy. That's right. Don't forget to check out your coupons. Oh, shoot. All right. Hopefully, someone who's purchased other things will get this one because I have to put it back on small. All right, great, good. You got that, but the other one, so probably lock in free shipping anyway. So that's good. Let me just get that corrected. All right, here we go. All right, how about? Okay, we got a Reese here, but looks pretty good. Comes with this very unique blaster rifle. Get your Reese here. Okay, about 5 more, we'll do another giveaway. All right, thank you for that purchase. Fight in Vegas. Kind of bopping along here, guys. Throw out another week way. A little bit of a paint issue there on the hands and stuff, on the shoulder, I think. Not too bad. Comes with this blaster, or sorry, blaster, vibro axe and clamshell case. Welcome to people just joining. Generally, guys, this is a vintage only auction. Not generally, this is a vintage only auction. We will run a modern auction next Saturday. I'm looking at. I think I'm looking at my calendar. Saturday morning will more likely be when we do it. Wow. Oh, Panther, good grab on that. All right. All right, how about a Death Star droid, DSD? Now, this one, he gets the clamshell treatment because of the paint. All right, paint's much more decent on this one than you see on a lot of these. Now, full disclosure, got a little bit of looseness on the arm. Legs are somewhat stiff, but I always like to show them standing. All right, just to make sure that everyone's good with that. He does stand. Okay, I would probably put him on a stand. You know, if you're not going to display him in the case, that comes with the clamshell, comes with the car back. This is number 37. Yeah, about 3 away from another giveaway, guys. I'll start the giveaway shortly. All right, wintergreen, $8. Woo! For a good paint like that. I know that people prefer the stiff joints. I get that. That was a good grab, nonetheless. All right. Somehow I have the Palpatine set up like he's about to do a tap dance. Okay. But he does come with his cane. I'm just kind of having him hold it weird like that. Good face. Not too much rub there, right? Okay. Comes with the Return of the Jedi card. Backing card. Yeah, someone asked last vintage show, if I do full size versions. I do not. I do not do full size versions of the card backs. I have occasionally I'll sell original card backs, but in fact, there's actually one coming up. Actually, it's not going to be a sale; it's going to be a giveaway. So I will show that in a second. Trying to get the glare away there. Here it goes. $20. All right, Cold School got that good grab for that and the king. Pretty good. All right, this is not a complete figure, although I get him the clamshell. Anybody that's a last 17 gets a clamshell. Now, this is a little bit of a faded one, and one that's also a Return of the Jedi one, so not the most common. That's a Lumat. Okay, and he comes. So I put him in the Power of the Force one, just because the people that are trying to get their last 17s together. I always like to throw that one out there. Number 39, starting at $1. You might get that for I was gonna say, maybe more than $1, guys. Okay, guys, we're popping along here. As I said, we're probably not going to get to 100 today. Maybe in the 80s somewhere, I'm thinking. Okay, Florida man, good grab for $12. That's a good grab. All right, I'm not sure if there's any interest in this, but this is essentially an insignia, okay, that you would put on your uniform, like a cosplay thing. Not exactly sure if it's Imperial or if it's in Rebel. I thought it was Rebel, but I don't think so. I think I have another one that's Rebel, but it does have a little Velcro patch on the inside. I think there's probably other ways you can attach it. All right, so I'm just going to start that at $1 if anybody's interested. I picked that up a long time ago, like before 3D printing or any of that stuff was in there. But Berdani's in the house. Welcome, Berdani. And Cloudy. Oh, some people want that. Good. Welcome, people just jumping in. I know people pop in and out, check out other sales. That's totally cool. Keep ready to take it off the thing. And then someone trying to jump in. People keep jumping in. Last second. All right. Twin Sons got it. Thank you for that. All right, let's run another set of Star Wars card backs. I have other ones, guys, but these are the most popular. Okay, so I'm starting to run like 2 or 3 sets of these in a show for people that are interested in just having those original 12 or that's the 2 sets. But okay, and then I got one of these next. What did I do with my? Oh, there it is. And after this, we'll do another giveaway. In fact, all right, yeah, good grab for that. As I said, they kind of go in different ranges, And ESB, yes, I do have ESB Return of the. Yes, I do have them. I was actually going to run a complete set of. I think I have it in. I was going to run a Return of the Jedi set, meaning all Return of the Jedi, all repacks. But if you'd like, I can run them individually. All right. Before we do that, let me set up the next giveaway. Just a Gammy guard. I have many Gammy guards. Okay. No act or anything. Just good figure. But I'm going to include. Dude, don't embarrass me. I'm going to include in this Gammy guard kind of a semi-damaged. It is unpunched and it's clean on the back, but it is a slightly damaged card. But that's for a giveaway, so. Okay, we'll do that for another 10 seconds. I should write that down. Give 2. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Jay Huns. All right. Thank you for giving me a follow and congrats on your win. All right. Someone was asking about Should Empire Strikes Back on Return of the Jedi card. So why don't we just run that? This is all Empire cards, except for FX7. Switch that out. But everybody else, I might have to make the FX7 one. That might be an error on my part. All right, guys. So these I just make myself. There's roughly about 20-ish in there. Okay, we'll run that. If I don't have it, let me look here and see if I have any. These are only Empire. Look at my pile. Let's see if I have any. Yeah, I don't have any more right now. Or do I? Checking. There we go. Okay. I did have the corrected FX7. Include that. Thank you for that purchase. I did include the FX7, the correct FX7. I don't know why that wasn't in there. Kind of snuck around there. All right. Let's do a set of Jedi cards. Since these are just Jedi figures on Jedi cards, all the first releases. There's a couple more in there because that was a bigger release. Hello, Mad Dog. Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's having a good week. And I'm bopping around here with some different stuff. I have a few more single figures. To run, but and then I have a few more odds and ends I want to put out there, which I'll do. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to bop back and forth between some. All right. Thank you, Mr. Roman. I probably should have waited until this show before I sent you the handful of ones that you wanted, because now I think you just got them twice, but that's okay. All right. How about? All right. I'm going to bop back and forth to different things. I know I have a lot of FX7, guys. I appreciate your patience with it. But this is one of my best FX7s. Good paint, stiff neck, no markings. Okay, good clean arm. Comes with the clamshell and the card back. With the Jedi version. I have a thing for FX7. I keep, you know what it is? I always put the droids. I always put the droids in the clamshells because they are complete. All right, Bond 007 Jane. I like that. Okay. Showing you the skirt. It's one of the cleanest skirts without any. I don't even want to touch it, honestly. I fear that it's going to start to fade because that's what happens with these figures. Okay. Comes in the clamshell. The QR code is my channel on YouTube. Because when I was first putting this out, I was at toy shows and I just like to advertise. 45. Get to 60. We'll do another giveaway. Maybe even. Just trying to count here to see where we are. We're about 15 away. Fight in Vegas took it. 17. Thank you for that. All right. How about another 12-inch figure here? Okay, this is Not quite sure how the figure ended up in the box, honestly. How the heck that happened? I think I just dropped him in. All right, we got a 12-inch Vader. Okay, it comes with his cape, no saber. Put that. A little bit loose limbed, as you can see. I love it. All right, dude, you're embarrassing me. Stop. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually put him in this box. If you're someone who just wanted to get a 12-inch figure, this one comes with no cellophane box. Kind of a crappy box, honestly. But it displays better like that anyway. So, again, you know what? I'm going to list him. I'll just list him for $1. I'll cover the shipping. Someone's going to get this for $1. Wow. Deductible prices for loose Vader. Well, I went over what I was gonna start him at 10. So there we go. Yeah, I bought some of these from Star Wars Daddy when he had his $45,000 collection, and I didn't really. I liked the 12-inch figures, but they don't go for as much as I thought they were. I was asking 45, so I haven't been, but I'm okay with that because, as I said, I appreciate the the participation, and I guess I'm known for my cheaper sales. Let's run another set of cards. This is the Jedi Star Wars repacks. All right, so these are all the Star Wars line, but repacked into Jedi. Okay, about 20. So there's about 20-ish there, 2021. You are welcome, Fighting Beans. Yeah, we're about. I'm looking at what I have left on the table here, guys. I'm thinking, I don't know if we'll make it quite to 80. All right. Thank you for that purchase. Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna run some more figures here. Let me get them all out there and line a few of them up. And a couple more 12-inch I want to run today. We've got, of course, nobody's favorite, General Nadine. It's a shame. It's hysterical to see that this is the one figure that on the tri-logo card that sold for like what, a couple of thousand, tens of thousands of dollars. It does come with his staff, original. Let us start it at $1.48. All right, Bond. Thank you for that purchase. All right, and let's go on with an 8D8. This is circles on both hips. Comes with a little bit of yellowing, but comes with his clamshell. I put him on the Power of the Force card for this one because I like the Power of the Force cards as well. And I'll actually run a set of them in a moment or two. $5. I try to get more than 6. I probably should just run them starting at 6, but I don't know. I just feel like the dollar starts thing. Rarely sold a figure for just $1. All right, Bond, thanks for that one. Okay, we got the Klaatu second version, the Skiff Guard version. Comes with his The weapon, the staff there, a little more rare. So bid accordingly, please. We'll start it at $1. Comes with the clamshell case and the mini card back. By the way, guys, if you make sure you check out my channel. Hey, Bond, you unlocked your bronze tier already. Check out my channel, because if you, I will get tonight, if I can get these things packed up, which I will tonight, but if I get them packed up early enough, I will film my shout out video and I'll put that out tomorrow. Florida man wants it. He's got it. We put in a high bid. He gets it. Congrats, Florida man. I think in some cases I might have bought some of these from you. I always like to say that. There's another one with a little bit more rare of we got Nick 2. Nick 2 not himself, not so rare, but okay. But he does come with the staff, which is a little bit more rare. I feel like the one that Weequay has is the most common one. Let me get this guy back in his card here. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Get in there. Start as a buck. A 3 away from another giveaway. I'll run all these card ones separately, and then I'm going to run kind of a first release full set, and towards the end. All right, Florida man, you're on a roll today. Thank you. I'll put everything in the box that you just sent me. How about a Jabba, guys? Just the Jabba. Okay. It's twists. Arms seem to move. A little bit of rub on them. A little bit of speck. I don't know if that's something you want to rub off or not. Okay. Got some wear and tear. But I'll run him. I'm actually going to run him as a medium because of the weight. We'll start him at 4. Yay. All right. Panther, good grab for that. Excellent grab. All right. All right, guys. Time for our junk auction. I'm going to run this as a large. I'm going to start it at 10 only because of the weight. I'm going to make it a minute and 30-second auction. And I'll just start piling. Okay, so we got, as I said, we got the shell of a Imperial Transfer with 1 door. Okay, some stickers. We got the pieces of these are all the pieces and motors and spring for the sound and the little record player thing. No guarantee that these are working, guys. I've cannibalized some of them, but it's been like 8 months since I cannibalized. This is the base to this, so you can put this together and basically have like a set, or at least a partial set. But I'm going to throw another one in on top of it. And again, these each have the 6 door hand, encapsulation things. Back this up a bit. And then we got this, another base for it. So you got basically 2 shells. And then another one of the pieces for the record player. This includes 1, 2 doors, and 1, 2, 3 backings. Or I only have 2 vehicles, but 3 backings. Along with some of the piece motors. It's just a lot of a couple of 2 radars. All right, 2 radars. That's worth a lot there. 1, 2, 3 of these with the cannons. Okay. Actually, another set of cannons, 4. So, and another radar. So that's a lot there. All right, TK. Good grab. I will. Did I actually run this? Yes, I did. Good. Okay. So L3. I had to do a lot of piecing together. Yes. All right. I have another. I'm gonna run a smaller junk pile. Okay. I don't know if anybody's interested, but I'm gonna run it. This one I'm gonna pile it on there first, just because I'm just trying to. It's mostly so I can clean house. All right. So give me a second to clean off this, and then I'll do it. And while I'm doing this, I will do. You know what? Actually, tell you what. A better idea. Let's make this a giveaway. It's a junk giveaway, not this stuff. This stuff goes with TK. That's all TK. All right. That all goes with TK. All right. So we got a remote control R2 head. We got 2 remote control R2 bodies. We got a couple of pieces of an AT-AT. This is like the bottom part of an AT-AT, I believe. Or sorry, AT-ST. Some spring pieces. Okay. This is for a giveaway. I'll throw in a Luke. Kind of a beater Luke, but not too bad. Oh, I'll start the giveaway. So we're gonna just run this for like a minute. And I'll do a few more of my magnets from before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do some cannibalizing, do some other stuff. All right, we're on this for another 20 seconds. Oh, I'm also going to put in here. Well, I'm going to add the door. I had one more door. I'll put that for TK. These are 2 pieces for some mini rigs. I'll throw them in there. This is actually a Falcon Struck, but it's for a modern Falcon. So I'd rather go to somebody rather than toss it in the garbage. So, and some people like to combine it. All right, 10 seconds. Get it in there. Again, we like to do the follower giveaway, but I like to do it quickly. And we'll see if we have a buyer winner or if it's just a follower winner. Either way, it's fine. All right, big bolt. Okay, you won. I don't believe you made purchases yet, at least not today. But I appreciate the follow nonetheless. And I will add all this to a box for you. Okay, cool. Thank you for helping me clean house. All right, let's continue on, shall we? Still got a couple more figures to do, and some big figs and a few other items. We got. I'm thinking about doing some accessories, guys. I don't normally do that, but I might do a little bit. And we got Chewy and Butterfingers today. Chewy's bowcaster. Get him a little bit closer to you. All right. Nope. Dooku Big Fig. I don't have any modern running today. That's not to say that I don't have a Dooku Fig that I might be able to part with, but just nothing of the like right now. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I kept it at a minute and a half. My bad, guys. I'll adjust that on the next one. Jewel Mars got a minute and 15 seconds to enjoy getting a figure at $2. I apologize for that. Loose TVC clone pistols. No, I don't. This is only modern today, guys. I mean, I don't have a lot of room to keep everything out. So when I do vintage, it's pretty much only vintage. When I do modern, it's pretty much only modern because I have to get everything out of my bins and stuff. So that's why today's vintage only. I will be running a modern sale. I think at this point I've pretty much decided I'm going to run it at 11 a.m. on Saturday, which will give me a little time on Sunday to get the stuff packed up and get out for Monday. So, yeah, again, I apologize for the really really long auction. I will fix that for the next one. I know that happens a lot with people. Alrighty, let's do another. These A-wing pilot guns. No real. I mean, I have some semi challenging ones to get, but nothing like an A-wing pilot. I would put that with an A-wing pilot if I had one. Oh, Florida man jumps in. Panthoria. All right, welcome back. Okay, let's do another. We have again my always amazed low gray figure that has not one, not two, but three accessories. Yet is always one that runs very inexpensively. Whoops, he's lost his headgear. Come on. All right. I will say, just a heads up, this clamshell, I have no extra clamshell cases, guys, to switch this out. I am all out of clamshells. So it is a damaged clamshell, just fully aware. All right, let me go back in on this and change this to 10 second. There we go. And we're gone. So it is, in fact, a damaged clamshell. Figure's fine. Yeah, it looks like I think we'll be going to about 80 guys, maybe one or two past. So it's a little bit of a shorter show today, but I appreciate that. Bond, thank you very much for that. All right, let's back this up and try. How about another 12-inch? We have another beater box Leia. Get this one a little bit. This Leia's got the hair. It does have a cellophane. It does have a better face, but a slightly messed up thing. Like I said, these are kind of all beater 12-inch figures. But again, because of that, I will start them at $1. Or this one at $1. Sir, I don't even know, honestly. The postage to the UK. I don't usually do international. Not that I don't do it. It's just that I don't know how that works with whatnot. I've only had some stuff go to I had one thing go to Canada. Like there's I guess a priority international. Okay. Thank you, Jumar. All right. And actually, that was the price I was asking. So, we all win. All right. One. Let's do this. Let's do another. We'll do one more Hoth Trooper. Okay. And the Blue Blaster. Pretty common, but for $1. Yeah, I would be cautious, guys. I am not an expert yet in all things related to whatnot. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting good with it, but I feel like you should be warned when it comes to shipping overseas. $50, man. Oof. Well, it also comes down to are you shipping an envelope, or are you shipping a small box, or are you shipping like a massive container? That's where I don't know if that's what happened there, but $10, man. Keep going. Okay, we're gonna toggle between figure and card backs here. So next one, let's do another. This is my final set by themselves. This is my final set for the day. I am gonna run one full set, meaning the entire release of all figures. But this is my last Star Wars set for today, and that's partially because I have to make more. That was one. 1 to 3 ounces. Gee, willikers. That's crazy. $50. Yeah, that's true. It should tell you below. I mean, I don't see what you see, but it should definitely tell you down below what your shipping would be. You know, if you have it all entered incorrectly. So, all right. Thanks, Jamar. Appreciate that. All right, let's go back. We're going to toggle here and go back to a figure. Let's do Lando Skiff Guard. Again, another great figure with figure and 2 accessories. A little bit of rub there on the paint on the back of the leg, but he comes with this and his really nice helmet. And I put him in the clamshell with a card back, and we'll start him at a box. And I got about a couple more items here. I have another 12-inch lay I'd like to run. It's a better one. All right. Thank you for that purchase. But let's just toggle through a few more of my card backs here. All right. And we're going to wrapping up our regular figures here. This is a set of Last 17, okay, Power of the Force, along with all of the other coined figures that were released. So Last 17, along with the entire release of Power of the Force, everything that was released with a coin. This is the mini card back version of that. It's appreciative that people, really are into those. I very much like being able to make them. They're fun to make. I'm going to run 2 figures together because they're both kind of got some paint marks. So I'll get that next. Okay. Thank you, Bond, for that purchase. All right. I have no idea what I did with my rubber. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we got 2 figures here. We got another Bespin Guard, but you can see he's got some fade on the rim of his cap, and again, the same thing with the gold trim comes with his weapon. But I'm going to run him as 2 figures. We'll run him, and I'm also going to run this Bausch Leia. Comes with the weapon, comes with the figure, but you can see it's got some hair rub, and the helmet is seen better days. So it's kind of be a good one to do maybe some customization with. All right, but I'll run those 2 together. And again, I'm going to start them at $1 for the 2. And you get the 2 clamshells and the 2 card backs for that as well. Just like that. Okay, looks like that's all those 2. All right, so working here. Florida man took them. All right. Thank you for that. All righty. How about, this is a set of Empire Strikes Back cards. The Empire card with the first release of all the Empire figures. Roughly somewhere in the 20s, 28, I think. Are you going to run? Yes, I am going to run full set towards the end. I've got, like I said, I got a couple more figures I want to run. Or actually some 12-inch figures. All right, thank you for that purchase. I got some 12-inch figures I want to run. And then I got one more regular regular complete figure here, a small one. That's a 9 num. Okay. And comes with his correct black blaster. Good figure. Clean card. Nice clamshell. I think that might be my last. Well, it's my last loose figure. I do have a carded figure I'm going to run in a moment, a few moments. Run Leia next. Leia. Number 61. $13, Florida man. You are getting some deals today, man. I appreciate your purchases, though. All right, how about another? This is another Leia that is. Mrs. Darth Tuba just brought me more boxes. I'm all happy. This is check out this Leia. Okay, in comparison to the other Leias you've been seeing. Okay, again, box is okay. It's missing the top flap, but a good displayable piece. And then you got both rings. This one's got a little bit of roughness there, but that's it. Comes with the belt. Still no shoes, but a much cleaner figure overall. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to stand her up here. Actually, you know what? No, I'm just gonna put her right back in. I think that's a better way to display it. But that's the best Leia I have today. So, you know, one win for a couple of bucks. I'm gonna run this one starting at 10. I think it's a little bit of a better figure. Thank you, Florida man. Is that running? Yes, it is. L4. Okay, while that's running, guys, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to grab one other thing here. There's one thing I forgot about to grab, which I will manage in a second a little bit as we're wrapping things up. All right, pretty good. Thank you for that purchase. L4. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. How about let's do? We got our droids and Ewok sets of figures. The droids are 18 of these, which include some of the non-release ones like Blix and things. And there's 12 of the Ewok cards. So roughly about 12 and 18 altogether. So. Okay. Oh, did I write the right thing? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. Thank you for that purchase. All right, so we got a 12-inch twofer here. Okay, 12-inch figures. Technically speaking, one is vintage and one is, well, I'm just going to say it's half vintage. I'll show you what I mean in a second. All right. So we got a vintage 12-inch Obi-Wan. Okay, no saber. Okay, just what you see here, the outer robe and no boots. Well, he has one boot, which is weird. I know. He's got one boot. Sorry. Now this one is deceptive, and I want to make sure everyone is clear on what I'm doing here. This is another Obi-Wan. This is a vintage Obi-Wan, but he's got the Collector Series modern Obi-Wan outfit. Okay, I do believe his boots are his originals, at least if I'm matching up the boots. I believe they are correct. But the rest of the outfit is from a 1990s thing. I just wanted to try that. I had a naked Obi-Wan, so I put him on there, and I really liked it. So I'm going to auction off both of them. I'm going to start them at 10 for the weight. Okay. Oh, And that other one does come with the modern, 1990s saber. I don't know if you can hold it, but it does come with it. Just because that came with that. It's a kind of a weird thing, I know, but hey, thanks for sharing the show. Although we are getting ready to wrap up, we got a few more items. So that's the figures themselves are both originals. It's just that the one Obi-Wan. It's interesting to compare the two outfits. All right, Panther, thank you for that. All right, and we'll actually put this one up here. Awesome. Okay, and what else we got? Let's do another card background. We've got our Empire, but this is Empire Star Wars repack auction. We had a Jedi one, now we have an Empire one. These are all Star Wars, but with the Empire logo, so 21 of them. All right, and let me get a few other ones out of the way. Then I'll run. I'll run. I'll run some accessories. $3, man. Bond. You got a deal on that one. All right. I might start just running them as a set, but all right. We got a Darth Vader collector case. Okay. No inserts. Okay. Does snap work. Got the all of the things in there. And it's already labeled. Definitely an Empire Strikes Back version. Came with a purchase I made. I'll start this as a medium. I'll do it at $4. It's medium 5. All right. Let's open this up here. Yeah. Whoops. I just had the thing. What do I do with it? Okay, medium 5. Thank you for that purchase. All right. So, okay, I don't normally like to do accessories, guys. It's just something I've kind of been hesitant about, but I do it from time to time. So, let's do a couple things here. All right. I'm going to set these up. These will all be 10 seconds. All right, let's start with something simple. All right, we'll do a nice Yoda robe. You need a Yoda robe. Okay, let me just tilt this down a little bit so that we can just kind of put it right here. It's stuck to my hand. All right, we'll start them at $1. Oh, sorry, starting it now. 64. I think I got through this time. Years ago. Thank you for that. All right, good grab. Okay, I actually put these down here. How about okay, we'll go with sorry guys. Oh. Blue Blaster. These are all original. Okay, sorry for this. It's so far away. Number 65. starts. Be careful with this one just because of the size of these. All right, Panther, thank you for that purchase. Okay, we'll do a couple more. I don't want to do all of them, guys. I mean, I do have I bought a lot of these to pair off with figures, you know. So I'm being careful here. This is a black blaster. Okay. These are all original. If there is a problem, please email me. I mean, you can do the returns to whatnot. I know that people get very, very sensitive to it. I can assure you, I'm not in any way trying to cheat anyone. If there's a problem, I'll make it right. Ask anybody who's worked with me in any way, any capacity, and they will give you an honest assessment of that. Okay, Panther, thank you again. Just making sure the bag seals. All right, has another. How about a Biker Scout? Biker Scout blaster. And go with that. Oh, this one we're gonna wait on. And this one we're gonna wait on. And that's all I'm gonna do with that. Okay, Rappling, thank you for that. And welcome back. Just trying to make sure these things stay safe. That's the other reason I'm a little bit hesitant about doing blasters. It's so easy to lose them. Okay, got them in the right spot. All right. How about how about a couple more here we can do. This is a broken saber, but it's got that Vader that needs one. Need that. I'll take this one. I was like, wow, somebody gonna get a saber, even a broken tip saber for $3 seems a little low. Just the dart's already in there. Okay, guys, we are. I think I am about. I have a few more items to do. I'm about 3 more bigger items, or 2 big and 1 little, or medium item after the accessories. All right, thank you. Need for speed 10. Oops, I put 2 things in there. I didn't need that. Right, there we go. But let's do a few more here. Do another blue pew pew. Hello, Excel Renovations. All right, welcome. All right, running that. So we're up. My goal was to get to 80, so we're about there. So I think I'm ready to start to wrap things up here. It's been a busy week for me, as I'm sure some of you are too. All right, Twin Sons, good grab on that. Actually, a little better price on that one. And this was number. Hang on. Sorry, my thing is. Okay, 69. Okay, cool. Put that in there, please. Get that in there. All right, and I think that's enough, guys. Maybe one. Let's do one more. Let's do. I don't want to do an X. I want to do. I guess I'll do. How about this? Let's do the 3PO bag. good shape. It's got all of its no tears. That'll be the last. That'll be the last accessory. I appreciate the tip there, Cloudy. Thank you so much. All right, and I'm going to take the rest of these. And I'm going to. That's garbage. I'm going to throw that out because. All right, the rest of these are going to go in here. I have a few more accessories, guys. I might do a few of those from time to time. $9, man, not bad. All right, cool. Let me just get these out of the way here. I'm gonna run the custom cards. You mean the one? Yeah. I mean, I'm going to in a second. Yeah, some of these I just haven't had a chance for my accessories to pair them up with actual. Guys, let me just make sure I keep track of this. That's too big. Yes, that was number 70. All right. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I don't lose track of them. That's all. All right, cool. Thank you guys for those purchases. All right, a couple more items. Let's run the first. Let's do the custom. These are custom color card backs. These are backdrops. Okay, now I have them over here. This is what they look like, guys. Okay, I made these up. All right, they are essentially they match all the colors for the card backdrops of figure. Now you're not actually winning those. You're going to win these a complete set that are kind of taped off. I'm including in them Max Rebo one and a Wampa and a Tauntaun. I don't know. This is a little bit small for the Tauntaun, but that's what you're getting in that. These are my samples. And if you look up here, I have that little baseball bat. That's how I display some of my figures. I have a second baseball bat one I got on. They were on sale at Michael's. So I'll start these at $1. There's like about 100 of them in the set. This is 71. I'll just put right here. I'll just include that over here on the pile for whoever wins it. All right. That's sold. That's sold. That's sold. That's the next one. Custom card backs coming coming next. Oh, I appreciate your patience as I set all this stuff up. $8, man. That's a pretty good deal. All right. Thank you for that. All right. How about somebody's asking about these? All right. So these are first release. Okay. All the Star Wars ones, all the first release Empire, all the first release Jedi, the last 17, and the first release Ewoks. And the droids also include the unreleased ones and droids. So there's like about 130, 140 there. Okay. Actually, we're going to start this. No, we'll start with $1. Whatever. It's fine. We got one more giveaway coming, guys, as we wrap it up. I got 2 or 3 more items here. All right. Michael, thank you for that purchase. All right, guys, let's see. We got next one. I've been testing the waters with this, and I've been pretty happy with it overall. We've got a carded Weequay figure. Okay, I'll take him out of its little. You will get. I ship him in the clamshell for safety. Okay, or I should say the star case. All right, it is a clean card. A logon. The yellowing is normal on these figures. There's a little bit of tear up here. That thing was taped maybe a very, very long time ago. It's got the Montgomery Ward sticker. And it does have a pretty clean back, again, except for that thing up top. Looks like it might have been stapled. Okay, so it is, not a perfect mint card. But I'm just going to start it at $20. Okay? I paid more than that. But I would hope to, the last one I sold for like something in the, I guess in the 40 range or something, somewhere in the 40 or 50. Okay. Okay, Michael. I will check that out. All right, so let's run this again. Actually, I'm going to do it as a medium just for the weight. And I'll start this at 20. Okay. This is medium 6. All right. Twin Sons. Good grab. I think that was a very fair price for that type of figure. Good. All right. Another one here. 2 more items, I think, and then we'll do a giveaway. Okay, Empire Strikes Back. I guess this is the second most common case. Okay, the Star Wars case is the most common. This is the Empire, but this one does come with a few extras. Comes with the catalog. Comes with the slightly ripped on the tear on the right there, or but it is the insert, and it has the 2 trays. They all have the labels on them. No extra labels, just the ones that are on the trays themselves. Snapshot. Trying to give you a good view of the whole thing here. Okay, it's actually in pretty decent shape, guys, as these cases go. All right, so I want to say, I think I paid. I don't mind telling you, I think I paid in the 70s for this. All right, I was after the insert, or an insert. So we're gonna keep it like that. Again, I'll show you the front. It does have a little bit of that typical like kind of warping, that happens, but there's not a lot of tear, if any, anywhere else. It's in good shape. Okay, and the Empire one is a little bit more rare. We'll put the full catalog in there. We'll start this at. Actually, I gotta call it. I gotta call this a large. Hang on. Just because of the weight. I'm gonna start this at 20. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you for the purchase. And I'm just going to show a snapshot. Okay. All right. I think we got one more. I'm going to start the giveaway, which I'll show you the giveaway in a second. But I have one more large item to auction first. Let's go back to this. Okay. We've got another. A couple of weeks ago, I ran a sideshow Gamorrean guard. This is another one. Whoops. His head does come off. That's normal. All right. And he comes with his little sword. He is a displayed figure. All right. He is not a figure that's been sitting. Obviously, he's not in the box. I do have the box. I had him on display with my little Jabba set. Let me back this up a bit. It's the last auction item, guys. He does come with this Scum and Villainy sideshow box. Okay, and all the pieces that I didn't put up yet. Right now he's just got his. Let me show you this. I'd like to get now. These figures all went for around $80 a piece, guys. I don't care if I get $80. I mean, it was a display piece. Okay, so this is the box. Comes with his. He has the axe. He has an extra set of hands. Okay, and you can display him like this if you want, or you can put him. I will ship him back in the box like that. So I'll start him at 25. And then I'll show you my. These for the last. Let's see, I don't know. All right, Florida man. He wants to build up his collection. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right, I will get him boxed up and sent it to you. I'm going to need to get you a bigger box for this one, but I will take care of that. And for the giveaway, we're doing just another set of a couple of set of those magnets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to include an Admiral Akbar, a partially complete Chief Chirpa, and one of these little magnet clinger, not magnet. There's one of these little clingers. You want me? You know what? What is it? Houston, HUSTAN 77. Tell you what, when I'm done with this, I will give him a raid. Okay, if you guys are good with that, I like to always help out anybody who's getting started with this. I know it's a challenge sometimes, so I will do a raid if I can find him. All right, we'll run this for another couple seconds, and then we're gonna call it a day, guys. Thank you. All right, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike. All right, Mike is I thought Mike left, but okay. Mike, you are the winner of the last giveaway of the day. Thank you so much. And guys, I very much appreciate, as always, you guys checking in. It seems like I got a good following here. It seems like we never do a show with less than 30 to 40 viewers, which is amazing. So I appreciate all of your support, and I hope you guys are happy. You seem to be happy with what I do because you keep coming back, and I very much appreciate it. Again, a special thanks to people like Florida Man, who just are amazing at supporting other people's shows. And you got to check out his show. It's amazing. So, all right. So I'm going to call it, guys, and I'm going to take a little rest. And then I'm going to come back and get all this stuff packed out. My time that I will ship it. When you, I'm not building it. Wait, what? Thanks. Looking forward to getting. Yes, I'm going to get everything out probably around. It'll get to the post office around noon. No, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. Okay, so I'll get that out. Oh, Michael, I will check your message before you send. I'll check it right now. All right, I'm gonna go do a raid. All right, I'm gonna raid that Houston, HUSTAN, and we'll do that. And you guys have a great week, and we'll see you if you're coming back for a modern show. We'll do Saturday around 11 a.m. Let me look for him. HUSTN, HUST. Yeah, there he is. Star Wars cards. He's doing the card show. All right, cool. Let's do the raid. See you guys.